Hey guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. Here on the Appleminte Show, we are surviving the apocalypse with art. In all seriousness, I know it's been a really difficult time for everybody, and I just want to say that I hope you and your families and friends are doing okay in this really tough time. The nice thing about the art community though is that a lot of people online have been banding together and supporting each other, so I just want to say that I really appreciate that, and I love when artists support artists. Keep doing that please, because it warms my soul. So for today's video, I'm trying something I actually have never done before, and this idea was also suggested to me in my Discord server. Amazing segue. In the description box below, I have a link to the Appleminte Hangout Discord where you can chat, hang out, talk about art, whatever. It's a PG-13 server, so just remember that, and yeah, have fun. So I will be doing a drawing completely upside down. No, I will not be upside down, but the drawing will be upside down, and I'm gonna have to see how well I can do it upside down. Yeah, I've never tried this before, so I'm really excited, kind of nervous. Hopefully I don't end up wasting a few hours on a piece of artwork that looks like garbage, but we'll see about that. And I also want to take a quick second to point out that you might notice this new marker case here on the side. Yes. The wooden box is a thing of the past, now used to hold overflow supplies. Anyway, here's what my new marker setup looks like. So I've got two separate towers here. These are from Spectrum Noir, and oh my god, I absolutely love them. This is one of those things that you've always needed but never knew you wanted. Each tower is actually detachable and they all clip in separately, and that's how you can just stack up as many as you wanted. So if I wanted to make this and this all one, I could, but that'd probably be a really dumb idea because I'd be way too tall and it might fall over and break. So I'm gonna have a link to these in the description box below, and I've got a 10% discount code in the description as well. It's just storage is so needed and we really don't think about it that often. So please take a look, and thank you so much Spectrum Noir for the amazing marker storage. Anyway, with that said, let's get right into drawing upside down. Hey. So our subject of today's drawing is going to be Isabelle from the new Animal Crossing game. This has been very hyped for the past few months, I would say, especially the past few weeks, so I figured I would draw her, but I'm going to turn her into a human, you know, fit the theme of my channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my notebook, keep it flipped upside down like this, and I'm going to do everything this way as if I was drawing right side up, but I'm upside down. Get confused because we're on a wild ride now. So basically everything that I would normally do right side up, I'm going to have to flip / reverse. So normally when I would start ahead, I would put a circle down, 1/3 down from the top of the page. But since we're upside down now, I have to do it from the bottom third of the page. So it's just little things like that, trying to force myself to remember to do things the opposite way. And I think I've been pretty good about it for this. Like, you'll notice I drew the eyes a little too close together, and upside down it is a little harder to see some of those issues. And so that's gonna be my number one fear here, is working on something that looks okay upside down and I think it's proportionate, but then once I flip it the other way, it's gonna be like completely off. So my hope is that that doesn't happen, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it does, honestly. Perspectives can really change depending on how you're looking at your drawing. Yeah, that's gonna be the main thing here that I'm gonna try to be careful about. So in turning Isabelle into a human, I'm keeping a lot of her distinctive features, like the big tufts of fluff she's got for her bangs, and instead of ears, I'm turning it into pigtails, and I'm also going to be keeping the little bun poof poof, whatever you want to call it, on top of her hair. So the only thing I will say that I did forget was her bell in her hair, but you know, we'll just pretend I didn't forget. Again, drawing upside down, that's the thing. Like, it's easier, I will say, to forget certain little details because you can't really fully see everything from the correct angle, and so it's easier to miss something, and that was the issue I was worried about having. And so you'll see I already forgot it there with the bell. But overall, so far so good with this sketch. I was pretty pleased with how it was coming out, especially for having been drawing this upside down the entire time. I really was expecting this to be a dumpster fire from the start. So far I was actually pretty pleased with the sketch. And then I went in for lining, again, also upside down. And I was extremely careful. Anytime that I had to take a break, walk away for a bit, go get a glass of water, like I was extremely careful not to go on the other side of the table or accidentally like look at it from the side. I did not want to know what this was going to look like, and I wanted to be completely surprised to the end. Just like you guys are. So yeah, as of now, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. Who knows? But now it is time to start the coloring. And again, like, I guess I was really nervous about this from the start, but I think of all the steps here, I think the coloring is the easiest of the 3 steps, you know, sketching, line art, coloring. I think it's the easiest-ish because, you know, I already got the line art down, I already got the sketch down, like that's the scary part. The coloring part is pretty straightforward, at least for me, that's how I feel about it. But overall, I didn't have too many issues with this portion here. I will say that I was a little nervous of like perspective issues happening with this drawing, so I'll give you guys an example. Back in the day when I would be in school and I'd be slouched back in my chair in the middle of class, I would just sketch and draw on my notebook, and it would look fine and dandy and great, and then I would sit up and I would realize how awful the perspective was on my drawing. Like, I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but you sit up and then your drawing looks all wonky, like the head is huge or like something's just not right than if you had just sat there and drawn it straight on. And that just happens because of perspective issues. Like from far back, it looks better because you're at that weird angle. And then when you sit up, you're like, oh wait, this is a mess. So that was my fear here. I didn't want that to happen because upside down, she looks okay. So, you know, maybe she'll look fine once I flip her around. I will say I was actually really having fun with the coloring of the hair. I used a lot of different golds and browns in it to give it some depth and volume, and I was really pleased with the way I shaded it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I'm just saying I was happy with the way it came out, especially with the highlighted areas. I wanted to make it very cartoony-ish with the coloring, I guess you could say, like all the highlights on her hair make it very shiny. I don't know, I felt like it fit Isabelle, especially since this is just a humanized version of her. But overall, you know, I started this off being very wary, especially when I was doing the eyes and I noticed they were way too close together and had to fix them. But as it went on, I was like getting more and more comfortable with this, and I just couldn't wait to see the finished product. So for her outfit, she's got, in this new game, a new outfit, like a little vacation-y outfit where she's got a little shirt, kind of like a Hawaiian shirt, but it's got the little Animal Crossing leaves on it. So colored that all in this corally, pinky red color. And then I went in with my white Posca pen, which is the easiest in my opinion than leaving, you know, a bunch of white areas where the leaves will go. It's easier just to color everything normally and then take your white pen and draw in all of the leaves manually. And what a godsend. This is just makes my life so much easier. So if you guys don't already own some white gel pens or some kind of white opaque paint pen of some sort, it's one of the best things you can buy for yourself as an artist. It'll save you so much time and also make your details look a lot brighter and pop a lot more. So that's just a little side note. Anyway, at this point, I was just putting on some of the finishing details, and we're getting close. We're getting ready to the point where I'm going to flip it back the other way and see how it went. So the last thing I did here was just add a little blue square behind her as kind of like a background color, just to fill in some of that white space. You know, I didn't like it being too plain. This is the best way to kind of fill in some of that empty area. And now for the moment of truth, it is time to flip over our drawing. All right, moment of truth. It's time to flip this over. I'm nervous, but I'm hopeful because I really like the way it looks, well, upside down. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. Okay, all right, wait, okay, hold up. This actually isn't terrible. Okay, all right, I realized that I forgot her eyebrows now. I did not notice that upside down, so she does look kind of scary from this angle. And I did that perspective thing ever so slightly that I was talking about that I didn't notice when it was upside down, but now that I'm looking at it right side up, I noticed her jawline is definitely a little wider and going out this way, and her head is kind of pointed inward, and it's way too small. But other than those details, mostly the eyebrows. I actually don't hate it. I don't think it looks that bad. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you guys have ever tried this challenge. I had a lot of fun with it. So thank you to the person who suggested this to me on my Discord server. Speaking of the Discord server, you can find the link again in the description box below. And you can also find the link to the Spectrum Noir marker case, as I stated at the beginning of the video. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. All my links are in the description box below. The link to my online shop, Kickstarter, Patreon, Pin Club, Instagram, everything is there. So go check that out. I will see you guys all next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Bye bye.